For me, like a recurring style business is literally the best thing since sliced bread. It's not enough to just do your work and hopefully you'll grow. You can do a lot more than you actually believe. A couple of days ago, I had a call with someone from my team to talk about what we're going to do next quarter and the rest of the year in order to grow our business and ideally grow our business faster, right? So as you probably already know, I run a business called Viral. It's a tool to grow your email list using viral marketing. We've collected well over 50 million leads for our clients so far. There's essentially only 3 ways you can actually grow your business, right? You can either get more customers, you can get your customers to pay more, like increase your pricing, or get them to pay more often. And this can be done with like cross promos or cross sells, like having multiple products. Or if you have if you have a recurring style business, if you reduce churn, then automatically they'll stick around for longer as well. The lower your churn is, the longer period of time they'll be a customer, so the more payments they have made. And one of my team then asked me, like, instead of having a recurring model, or like why would we do everything in our effort to keep them to stay longer? Why wouldn't we just maybe charge a bit more or let them pay a one-time fee, which is like the same amount? Why focus on churn? Why focus on MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue for those who don't know? For a moment, I stopped me and I was like, that's actually a good question, right? Because again, there's so many businesses who are just knocking it out of the park with a one-time free products, right? Which is very fair. I've been doing that in the past as well. I sold millions and millions for just selling one-time products. And I had to go back to that very moment, to that decision, like why I even decided to move to a recurring style business in the first place. As I was growing my business, and previously I was only selling one-time products, right? As a result of that, every single month I had to get new customers in. If you then want to grow, right, that means that every month you need to have getting more customers in. And then if you crush that and you're like, hey, this month we got a ton of customers in, guess what? Next month you have to do that same thing again, and ideally even more, because you want to break your record, right? Like being kind of a competitive guy, I want to break my personal records. So I think actually this goes for a lot of entrepreneurs. I'm very, very risk averse. I love taking calculated risks, but I want to know my risks, right? And the moment I started switching from like a one-time product kind of business to a recurring business, it changed everything for me, because now I already knew ahead of time, hey, this month it's this, next month, even if we don't get any customer, right, that next month it is going to be X, Y, Z. We already have a certain amount of revenue, and therefore it was going to be much easier for me to start hiring a team, right? And that's obviously a big commitment. And these are all families of people that they have people to take care of as well. So it's a big commitment. And if every single month it's like you have to perform, you have to get all these new people in, that can cause a lot of stress, right? So in order to reduce that stress and to allow me to scale up my business more stress-free, that's one of the reasons why I switched to a recurring style business, right? For me, like a recurring style business is literally the best thing since sliced bread. Like if you're not having any recurring element in your business, you're truly missing out, because like when you get a recurring style business, like first you have maybe 50 customers who are on a subscription, the next month you add 50 and you have 100, and you add another 50, you have 150, right? And it just keeps on growing. Now, there's one thing to know though, is that obviously as initially it's very easy to grow. You add 50 people, you add another 50, you add another 50, so you got 150, right? But obviously, people are also going to cancel, right? That's what we call churn. Churn usually is the percentage of people that would people talk about a monthly churn that would cancel every single month, right? So let's say you have 100 customers in the beginning of the month. Over the month, let's say 5 people canceled. So at the end you've got 95, it means you got 5% churn, right? And whatever that percentage of churn is going to also essentially create your growth plateau, your growth ceiling. Like there's going to be a point where it's going to be really hard to grow your business further unless you lower your churn, which is why one of the reasons why I'm so focused on like lowering churn, but beyond multiple reasons. But one of them is definitely to increase the growth ceiling. Now let me explain that growth ceiling to you, right? Ideally, our growth would look something like this, right? We just keep on adding more people and therefore we continue to grow. But the reality is that, again, there's going to be a growth plateau somewhere around this low point. And at some point, even though you advertise, you get more people into your business, you are actually not growing. Well, why is that? Well, let's say you are adding 500 customers every single month. You go from 500 to 1,000 to 1,500, etc., right? But guess what? With a 10% churn, let's say you add 500 every single month, once you have 5,000 customers, right, you literally, at 10% churn, you lose 500 customers a month, right? So you're literally not going to grow. Literally every single month, you're just getting 500 people in just to maintain your position, right? So like the growth over time is just going to be slower and slower and slower, just as you can see right here. And by lowering your churn, your growth plateau goes up. And here's the cool part. So literally by cutting your churn in half, you double the amount of time that people stay, right? So therefore you also double the average value of every customer. So you literally double your business in size. Plus there's another side benefit that I don't think a lot of people talk about, but like by being so obsessed about churn, like at UpViral, we are obsessed about lowering churn. We do everything in our power to make sure our customers are successful. We make sure that they're happy with our tool. We make sure that they get the result that they want. It's not just like if you lower churn, your customers are going to stay longer and therefore you're going to be more profitable. But guess what? Because you focus on churn and because you really you truly have all the intention to help them out, right? And to do better, they're going to be happier. They're going to talk more about their business. It's going to have this positive ripple effect as well, right? If you look at two different businesses side by side and they have the same price point, same everything, but one has like a shitty product that people just churn out, right? And for the other one has this like super slick, it helps their customer, it solves the problem, it delivers the result that they actually promised, right? And churn is much lower, like people are talking about it because they're happy about it. The difference between those businesses in terms of overall size and revenue and growth is going to be like, it's not even comparable. Like it's such a huge difference, right? And that's really what I wanted to share with all of you today. So really my main takeaway, my main point here is like, first of all, if you're not running a recurring business, you most definitely should. Doesn't mean that all your product has to be recurring. Like we sell one-time things as well, right? It adds, but there has to be a recurring element somewhere into your business. And then when you do, your number one metric is going to be churn. Like, yes, you want to optimize getting more people in. Like I'm a marketer, I love that as well. Yes, you want to do, have the optimal pricing strategy, all these things, right? But you definitely want to make sure you continuously focus on lowering churn. You are continuously focusing on increasing retention of your customers, because that is where the true gold is hidden. All right, so not so much of a marketing message, but just more overall business strategy, but I just figured it was important to share with all of you today. So with that, I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, cut, we're done here, let's wrap it up. Oh, well, sorry, you're still there. Well, in that case, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel where I share marketing tips, tricks, and strategies that will help you grow your business faster. So you can click on the subscribe button right now, or check out the next video. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.